like people,
over the world
the world.
do. I sit down
I sit down
at the kitchen table
at the kitchen table
and I read the paper.
and I read the paper.
Sometimes we call
Sometimes
a newspaper just
the newspaper should.
the paper. Someone says, I read it in the paper this morning. They mean the newspaper. Usually I just have time to read
Use, usually
a couple of stories,
a couple of stories,
a few of the stories.
a few of the story.
When I finish my cereal, I
When I finish my cereal,
grab a banana
I grab a banana
and maybe make a slice
and maybe make a slice
of toast
of toast
with jam.
with jam
To grab,
to grab.
Grab,
Grab
means to take something,
means to hit some
usually with your hand.
with usually your hand.
To grab something with
To grab
your
something
hand means to
with your hand means
pick it up,
to pick it up,
take it with your hand.
to touch it with your hand.
I grab a banana,
I grab a banana,
which I like to eat,
which I like to eat,
and a slice of toast
and a slice of toast
with jam.
with jam.
Toast,
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 is bread
a bread
that you put in something
that you put in something
called a toaster,
called a toaster.
Toaster,
Toaster,
and the toaster
and the toaster has
heats up the bread
heats up the bread
until the bread is
until the bread
brown
is brown
on the outside.
on the outside.
A slice of toast,
A slice of toast,
Slice, is a piece of toast.
is a piece of toast.
We use the word
We use the word
slice when we are
the word slice when we are
talking about
talking about
one piece of bread
one piece of bread
or one piece of cake.
or one piece of cake.
You can have a slice of
You can have a slice
cake.
of cake.
You can also have a
You can also have
slice of pie.
a slice of pie.
This is a slice of
This is a slice
toast,
of toast,
which is bread that we
which is bread
put in a toaster,
that we put in our toaster,
and we toast the
and we toast
bread.
the bread.
We use toast as a verb
We can use toast as a verb
as well.
as well.
And after I toast the bread,
And after I toast the bread,
I can put butter on
I can put butter on
it,
it,
or I can put jam,
or I can put jam,
Jam.
Jam,
Jam
and jam
is made
is made from
from
fruit
fruit such as strawberries
such as strawberries
and sugar,
and sugar,
and they put them together and
and they put them together,
it makes a thick
and it makes thick
liquid that you can put on
that you can put on
a piece of toast.
the piece of toast.
We would say
We would say
we spread
we spread
the jam
on
the toast.
on the toast.
We use that verb
We use that verb
spread,
spread,
S P
S P
R
R
E
R E
A
A
D,
D,
to talk about
to talk about
putting butter or
butter
putting jam
or putting jam
on a piece of toast,
on a piece of toast,
usually with a knife.
usually with a knife.
When I am done with my
When I am done with my breakfast,
breakfast, I rinse off
I rinse off
my breakfast dishes.
my breakfast dishes.
To rinse means
To rinse means
to clean something
to clean something
with water.
with water.
To rinse off is the verb.
To rinse off is a verb.
You could just say I
You can, you could should say,
rinse my breakfast
I rinse my breakfast
dishes, but
dishes,
we like those
but we lie down
two-word
to work
verbs
works
in English,
in English,
and so we would probably
and so we would probably
say rinse off
say rinse off
my breakfast dishes.
my breakfast dishes.
I rinse them off
I rinse them off
in the sink,
in a sink,
and I put them in the dishwasher.
and I put them in this dishwasher.
The dishwasher,
The dishwasher,
D-I-S-H
DISA
W-A-S-H-E-R,
WASHER
is a machine
is the machine
that cleans the dishes.
that cleans the dishes.
Some families
Some families
have dishwashers.
have dishwasher.
The joke that we make
The show that we make sometimes
sometimes in English is
in English
that someone,
is that someone,
when someone says,
when someone says,
"Oh, do you have a dishwasher?"
oh, do you have a dishwasher?
And you say, "Yes,
And you say yes,
I am the dishwasher."
I am the dishwasher,
Which means you don't have a
which means you don't
machine that
have a machine
washes your dishes.
that washes your dishes.
You wash your dishes by yourself.
You wash your dishes
We'd say
by yourself.
you wash them
We would say you wash
by hand.
them by hand.
By the time I
By the time
am finished
I'm finished
rinsing off
rinsing up
my breakfast dishes,
my breakfast dishes,
my coffee is ready,
my coffee is ready,
and so I pour myself
and so I pour myself
a cup.
a cup.
Notice the use of
Notice the yield
that verb
of that verb
pour.
pour.
We use that verb when
We use that verb
we are removing
when we are removing
liquid
liquid
from a bottle and
from a bottle
putting it into
and putting it into
a cup or
a cup of a glass.
glass. We also use that
We also use
verb pour
that verb pour
when I said I
when I say
pour myself a bowl
I pour myself a bowl
of cereal.
of cereal.
Now, cereal isn't
Now, cereal
liquid,
isn't liquid,
but it is something
but it is something
that you can
that you can
put into
another container,
in this case into
in this case,
a bowl,
into a bowl,
and it comes out of
so it comes out
the bigger container
of the bigger container
and into the small
and into a smaller
color container.
container.
It comes out of this
So it comes out
cereal box
of cereal pouch
and goes into the
and goes into
bowl.
a bowl.
So we use that verb
So we use that verb
usually when
usually
we talk about
when we talk about
liquid things
liquid
like water
things like water
or milk.
or milk.
But you can also use
But you can also use
it when we talk about
it when we talk about
cereal.
cereal.
Well, I pour myself a
Well, I pour myself
cup of coffee
a cup
and I put the rest
of coffee and I put the rest
in a thermos
in a thermos
for work.
for work.
A thermos,
The thermos,
which is capital
which is thermos,
T-H-E-R-M-O-S,
THERMOS,
is a bottle
is a bottle
that keeps hot liquid hot
that keeps hot liquid
and cold liquid cold.
hot and cold liquid cold.
So if you have hot
So if you have hot
coffee,
coffee
and you put it into a
and you put it into
thermos,
a thermos,
the thermos, this bottle,
the thermos, this
will keep
bottle
it hot for a
will keep it hot
long time.
for a long time.
Now let's listen to the
Now let's listen to a story.
story, this time at a regular
This time at a rural speed.
speed. I walked into my kitchen and turned on the coffee.
I walked into my kitchen and turned on the coffee maker.
I always put the coffee
I always put the coffee
filter and water
coffee filter
in the night before,
and water in the night before,
so it's ready to go.
so it's ready to go.
Next, I open the door of the
Next, I open the door
cupboard with the cereals
of the cupboard
store.
where the cereal stored.
I would love to have ham and eggs for breakfast
I would love to have ham
just every morning,
and eggs for breakfast
or maybe a stack of
every morning, or maybe a stack
waffles.
of waffle.
But the truth is that
But the truth is
I just don't
that I just don't
have the time to cook.
have the time to cook.
So I pour myself a bowl
So I pour myself a bowl
full of cereal and put
of cereal
in a glass of
and put in a glass
skimmed milk,
of skim
making
milk,
sure I take a
making sure I take
spoon out of the silver
a spoon out
tray.
of the silverware.
I go outside and pick up my
I go outside and pick up
newspaper
my newspaper
and sit down at the kitchen table.
and sit down at the kitchen
I
table.
love reading the paper in the
I love reading the paper
morning,
in the morning,
but usually I just
though usually
have time to read
I should have time to
a few of the stories.
read a few of the stories.
When I finished my
When I finish my cereal,
cereal, I grab a banana
I grab a banana
and maybe make a slice
and maybe make a
of
slice
toast with jam.
of toast with jam.
I rinse off my breakfast,
I rinse up my breakfast
the dishes in the sink,
dishes in the sink
put them in the dishwasher.
and put them in the dishwasher.
By that time,
By that
my
time,
coffee is ready.
my coffee is
So I
ready,
pour myself a cup
so I pour myself
and put the rest in
a cup of water
the thermos
in a thermos
for work.
for work.
That concludes
That concludes
part 3 of
part 3 of
A Day in the Life of Jeff.
A Day in the Life of Jet.
In part 4,
In part 4,
we get dressed and
We get ready and
go to work.
go to work.
This course has been a
This course has been
production of the
produced
Center for
of the Center for Education
Educational Development
Department
in beautiful Los Angeles,
in beautiful Los Angeles,
California. Visit
California.
our website at
Visit our website
eslpod.com. This course was produced
This course was produced
by Dr. Jeff Quillen
by Dr. Jeff McQuillan
and Dr. Lucy Say.
and Dr. Lucy Say.
Copyright
Copyright
2006.
So, huh?